You must now become aggressive with yourself. You must become the enforcer of your own law. You must say, I do not skip, not as an intention, but as an identity, and every action, every thought, every routine must bow that sentence. So say this now. Not quietly, not hopefully, but as a vow. I obey consistency as law. I do not skip. I repeat until I arrive. Again, I obey consistency as law. I do not skip. I repeat until I arrive. These are your opening lines. Let them tattoo themselves onto your soul. Let them become the new gatekeeper of your habits. Let them in the chapter of the man who only moved when it was easy. The man you were over. The man who does not miss begins now. Let us continue. Inconsistency is not weakness. It is not forgetfulness. It is not harmless. Inconsistency is spiritual self-betrayal. It is the quiet permission you give yourself to remain average while speaking of greatness. It is the delay of destiny in the disguise of rest. It is the choice to break the structure you promised would carry your life forward. Amanda does not destroy himself in a day. He destroys himself in moments and skipped mornings, and casual delays, and postponed rituals, and whispered excuses, and the voice that says just this once. And the path that began with fire turns into smoke. The vision that once lit his mind now collects dust behind the screen of justification. Drifting never announces itself loudly. It does not kick down your door. It taps on your shoulder, whispers you've earned a break. It says you can catch up later. And so the man who once acted with precision starts to negotiate with the habits that made him strong. His calendar becomes cluttered. His voice loses its conviction. His mind forgets the clarity it once commanded. And all of it began with one skip day. The man who skips once again, and each time he does. His identity rewrite itself. No longer the man who builds, now the man who bargains. No longer the man who finishes, now the man who starts often but completes nothing. No longer the man who walks with power, now the man who apologizes for who he used to be. Let me tell you this truth. The moment you skip what you once declared sacred, you have chosen drift over discipline. You have allowed comfort to overtake command. And unless that pattern is broken swiftly, it will harden into habit, and habits become identity, and identity becomes fate. The world is full of men who almost became great men, who had vision, skill, fire. But they could not hold a rhythm. They could not repeat. They could not wake up on time. They could not hold their tongue. They could not write their goal every morning. They could not say no to distraction. And so their life became one long excuse. Wrapped in emotion, a business does not collapse in a day. It collapses when its builder stops showing up every day. A body does not weaken. In a week, weekends, when the man who once trained with urgency skips once, then twice, then always, a reputation is not ruined by one action. It is unraveled by the slow erosion of daily consistency. Once the mind sees you returned with apology and negotiation without weakness, it will begin to obey. You show up regardless of mood. One day off is one day delayed. Again, I show up regardless of mood. One day off is one day delayed. It is the training ground.